Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is your host, Nikasha, mental health consultant. This channel is all about mental health, and I'm going to be giving you guys tips on how you can be intentional in improving your mental health and well-being to achieve the vision you have for your life. So for this video, we're going to be talking about a mood buster. Now, I call it a mood buster because it's going to be helpful whether you're dealing with depression, anger, anxiety, whatever it is that's going on for you. And I'm betting you're going to be really happy with the results. So let's get started. So if you haven't watched my intro to CBT video yet, please check that out. I'm actually linking it below. Also, be sure to check out my video about unhelpful thought categories, unhelpful thinking patterns identified by CBT. I'm linking that below as well. It's really important that you watch those two videos before this one because it's really going to help you to be able to put into practice this particular challenge I'm going to pose to you today. Now, the challenge I'm posing to you guys is to use a CBT log. And the way this log works is first, I'm going to remind you of the ABCDEs of CBT. So again, the A is the activating event, the antecedent. The B is the beliefs. So that's basically your thoughts on the matter. The C is the consequence. So that's your emotions and actions following the thoughts. The D is to dispute the thoughts. And the E is the evaluate. So as you go through the week, I want you to write about any sort of stressful situation, experience, event, thought that you have. And first start with the A. So write about the activating event, and that's the facts only, no interpretations, strictly facts. Then we're gonna move into the B, where you're gonna log what your thoughts were. So I'm gonna use an example. So let's say I saw someone that I know, whether a friend or a neighbor on the street, and let's say her name is Chanel. So I say, hey Chanel, and she doesn't respond. So the activating event is I saw my friend Chanel walking down the street. I said hello to her and she didn't respond. Now we move into the B, so my thoughts. So my thoughts could be, what's going on? Is Chanel mad at me? Did I do something to her? Or maybe Chanel doesn't even really like me. So that would be the beliefs and the thoughts. The C would be the consequence. So that's my emotions and actions. So the C would be, depending on what I was thinking, I might feel sad, I may feel angry, I may feel hurt. And then based on those emotions, my actions will then follow. So my actions could be a range of things. It could be where I then, decide to start ignoring Chanel. I can be passive aggressive in a future interaction, or just, aggressive and just not nice to her in a future interaction. Or it could be where I'm then, being overly nice and doing, more than I normally would to get her to be nice to me, or to reassure myself that she likes me, or to try to repair the relationship, because in my mind, the relationship is, has been harmed in some way. And so moving from the C, then we go into the D. So the D is a dispute. So I'm not going to look for evidence that my beliefs on the situation, that Chanel is mad at me or doesn't like me, are accurate. So, has Chanel, does she have a pattern of ignoring me when I see her? Is she normally unkind in our interactions? Has she said anything that indicates she doesn't like me? Different things like that, right? So those things can maybe reinforce my belief that, yeah, she in fact doesn't like me, or she's mad at me. I can think about, in my previous or my last interaction with her, did I say or do something that was negative that might confirm my belief that she's mad at me? Did I do something to, be hurtful to her? Then I'm going to look for evidence that basically could show that there's alternatives that could explain her behavior, other possibilities beyond what I'm thinking. Is there evidence to suggest that something else might be going on? So for instance, is it possible Chanel didn't hear me? Is it possible she didn't see me? Is it possible she's got so much on her mind, she's preoccupied, so she's not really, being aware of her surroundings, she's not really noticing what's going on? Is it possible she's in a bad mood because of something else that has nothing to do with me? She's having a rough day. Is it possible that for instance, sometimes people have different physical things that are going on for them that maybe aren't being looked at or treated. So for instance, maybe Chanel, her vision isn't super strong and she actually can't see me. So let's say she needs glasses, or let's say she has glasses but she's not wearing it and she didn't see me. Maybe it's something with her hearing, where maybe her hearing is impacted and currently she's not receiving treatment for it, so she actually can't hear me. Sometimes there's actual physical ailments that might be in play that we don't know about, right? So sometimes people have physical things that are going on with them that we have no idea about. So perhaps Chanel really didn't see or hear me. Now, it's really helpful if I consider whether or not I'm using any of the unhelpful thought categories. Again, I've linked that video below because sometimes that can really help to explore alternatives. So let's say I'm feeling depressed, or I'm in a bad mood, I'm tired, or I'm dealing with anxiety, for instance, or a sense of social rejection. If I'm dealing with different things, it can actually be really hard for me to explore alternatives on my own. And that's why the CBT unhelpful thought categories is really helpful, because it can draw my attention to categories of unhelpful thinking that I might be using, and that can help me start to explore alternative possibilities for what's going on. So using that, exploring different possibilities, I can then think about what else might explain what happened in that interaction with my friend and I on the street, or my neighbor. And so after I've done that, I can move into the E, which is evaluate. And based on other alternatives that I've identified, that's likely going to shift my mood if I can reasonably connect with some alternative possibilities. So if I then have a shift in my emotions, it's likely going to shift my possible actions towards Chanel. So now if I see that maybe for whatever reason she didn't see me, hear me, maybe she's has her mind preoccupied, maybe she's just having a bad day, I may then approach her differently. I can say, hey Chanel, how are you? Is everything okay? How are you feeling? I can then actually approach my friend from a place of empathy and understanding. Or, if I think she's just preoccupied, it's not even gonna faze me. I may not even give it a second thought. And so it's not gonna affect our relationship in any way. If I consider that maybe she just didn't see me or hear me, I can either say hello to her again later, or just kind of, again, not give it a second thought, because it's not anything I'm really taking personally. So because I'm looking at alternatives rather than believing that it's based on negative feelings she has towards me, or that there's some sort of defect within me, it's going to actually be helpful in that it's going to support us in having a more positive relationship, more positive interactions in the future. What's helpful to me in this situation is to have positive thoughts towards Chanel, to have positive interactions with her. So if I can have more helpful thoughts that will give me a more helpful mood and, lead me to respond in a more helpful way, I'm going to get the kind of results that I want. So try that mood log for specific things that happen for you. Write it down in a journal, on your phone, tablet, or just audio, however you want to do it, and actually go through the step-by-step process for different things that you face. And I am confident you're going to feel much better afterwards. And you're going to see, as you apply it in more areas of your life, that it's really going to help you feel greater sense of control over your emotions, and it'll help you achieve your goals. So guys, I would love to hear about your experiences with this challenge. So after you've done it, please post below in the comment section. Let us know how it went for you. If you had any challenges with it at all, please post that as well. If you have any feedback, any questions, comments, anything at all, I'd love to read about it. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by liking it, hit that thumbs up icon. Also subscribe to see more of my videos. Be sure to turn on your notifications so that you know when new videos are released. Okay guys, that concludes this video on our challenge. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you at the next video.